This is a revision video of human environment, settlement, transport and communication. The human environment is the interaction between human beings and the environment. The difference between human made is that human made is a non-living things, while the human environment is the relationship or interaction between human beings and the environment. Now, what is settlement? Settlements are the locations where people build their homes, and these settlements lead to rise of communities. What is community? A community is a group of people that have common interests and share common goals. These communities or settlements are mainly developed along river banks because of availability of water and fertility of land. Other factors that influence the growth of settlements is availability of water, flat land, fertile soil, forests, favorable climate. All these are the factors that influence the growth of a settlement. These are the factors we look if we want to build a house at a particular place. These are the factors we look after. Now, types of settlements. There are two types of settlements, that is temporary settlement and permanent settlement. What is temporary settlement? Temporary settlement is the settlement where people build their house or live for a very short period of time. They practice or they involve in hunting, gathering, shifting, cultivation and transhumance. What is transhumance? Transhumance is the seasonal movement of people in search of new pastures. Permanent settlements are divided into rural settlements and urban settlements. Permanent settlements are the settlements where people settle down for a very long period of time. For example, we live in our homes, and that is a permanent settlement. Then we have rural settlements. Rural settlements are established in rural areas with less population and few amenities. Few amenities mean few things that we require for our living. Indian villages are rural settlements. In a rural settlement, 75% or more people are engaged in activities like agriculture, fishing, forestry, crafts, work, trading, etc. Now, rural settlement can be of various types. For example, compact settlement, scattered settlement, linear settlement, radial and circular settlement. Compact settlements are those settlements where people live in very enclosed spaces, where houses are closely built to each other with narrow streets. Developed mostly in river valleys and fertile areas where flat land is available. These are also called nucleated settlements. Scattered or dispersed settlements, like in this image, this is scattered settlement where houses are scattered on the place. Built over an extensive area, individual houses are located far away from each other, like we see in this picture. This type of settlement is mostly found in hilly areas, plateaus, thick forests and areas which have extreme climate. They are known as dispersed settlements. Then we have linear settlements. Linear settlements are those settlements where houses and buildings are built in a straight line, that is along a straight road, river, coast or canal. Then we have radial settlement. As shown in this picture, this is the point and these is the settlement built along the main point, and it is mostly in the form of a star. Streets are spread out in all directions from central point with houses along them. Radial settlement often look like a star. Circular settlement is that settlement which is formed in a circular manner, mostly around a lake or an oasis. Oasis is found in deserts. These areas have water scarcity, and this, for example, this is our oasis or our lake, and the settlement will be all here. Due to the lack of water, they all settle around this area. Urban settlements, these, we live in an urban settlement, and these include town and cities. The people are in the urban areas are immersed in manufacturing, trading and services. For example, like in Saranpur is an urban settlement and there is less amount of agriculture, while there is more amount of or more people engaged in manufacturing, trading and services. The towns and cities are called urban settlements. Then we have administrative towns. Administrative towns are those towns from where the government or the officials handle all the administrative work. These are the towns from where a government performs its function. They include capital of all countries, major states, district, provinces. For example, London in UK, New Delhi and Mumbai in India. Then we have defense towns. Defense towns are those towns which are centers of military activities. For example, Sarsawa, that is a defense town. These can be fort towns or naval bases. Such towns have barracks, cantonments, and training facilities for armed forces. Some examples are Barakpur, Meerut, Agra, Udhampur. Cultural and religious towns. These towns emerged due to religious regions or cultural regions. Religious, educational or cultural centers. Mecca, Haridwar are religious towns. Oxford and Cambridge, Roorkee, etc. are educational centers. Educational centers are those centers where most of the educational institutions are established. For example, Kota in Rajasthan. Then we have industrial towns. Industrial towns are those towns where most of the industries are set up. For example, Jamshedpur in India, Pittsburgh in USA, Manchester in UK, etc. Then we have junction towns. Junction towns provide facilities for trade, commerce and services. They are located at Mumbai in India, Moscow in Russia and Chicago in USA. Then we have residential towns. The towns mainly built for residential areas are called residential towns. For example, Chandigarh in India. There is a relationship that exists between rural areas and urban areas. Rural areas provide with the raw material or agriculture produce and other commodities from villages to urban markets, both for local consumers and for the international market, while the urban areas provide industrial and manufactured goods to villages in the rural areas. Now, transport system. India has a diversity of economic and geographical conditions, and each geographical condition need different type of transportation system. And transportation system is also required for the movement of people and goods across the country or around the world. A good network of roads, railways, waterways, and airways are needed for people to move from one place to another, to visit relatives and friends. Areas that have mountain or hilly regions do not have good network of roads and transport, whereas plain areas with flat land have well built roads with a good network of transport. We live in a plain area and we have better roads than mountain or hilly areas. Modern age transport include motor vehicles, buses, railway, airplane, ship, etc. The four major means of transport in India is roadways, railways, airways and waterways. Roadways is the most commonly used means of transport, and the most basic means of transport is roadways, which is mostly used for short distances, and it has also overtaken railways as the construction cost of roadways is much lower than that of railway lines. There are two types of roads. First is metallic roads, that is Pakka road, and unmetal road, that is Kacha road. Metal road or Pakka road is durable and strong and is mostly found in urban areas, while Kacha road or unmetal road are found in village areas or deserts, forests, etc. These are not very durable or strong and are made of mud and stones. The national highway are important source of interstate movement. These are the roads that connect one state to another, and these also connect major areas or landmarks like airports, ports, etc. The Manali Leh Highway is one of the highest roadways in the world. Golden Quadrilateral. This quadrilateral connects four metropolitan cities of a country, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. State highways, as you can see from the name itself, these highways connect major cities or states with each other, and Maharashtra has the largest state highways. Subways or underpasses are the roads that are built underground. Flyover are roads built at an elevation from the ground level. Railways are often considered as the lifeline of a country, and it is more cheaper than roadway. Railways are mostly used for transporting goods in bulk quantities and over long distances as compared to roadways. And the first railway line that was established was between Mumbai and Thane over a distance of 34 kilometers. There are major trains that run on a very high speed, that is Rajdhani, Shatabdi and Duronto trains, and the Indian Railway planned to increase their speed. Over the next 3 years, the maximum speed of these trains is 130 to 160 km per hour. The Vande Bharat Express, also known as Train 18, was built by Integral Coach Factory ICF. Now, why is it called Train 18? Because it was formed in 2018 and in 18 months. At Perambur, Chennai, the train can run up to a maximum speed of 160 km per hour. The semi high speed train covers a distance between Delhi and Varanasi in just 8 hours. The longest railway line in the world is St. Petersburg to Vladivostok. Now, there are some benefits of the railways. That is, railways are quicker means of transport. They are suitable for carrying bulky and heavy goods. You all must have seen Malgadi, which is used for bulky products or bulky and heavy goods. They are convenient for long distance travel. Railways are the most dependable means of transport as it is least affected by weather conditions such as rains, fog, etc. Railways are better organized, are safe, and they have a larger capacity. Next, we have airways, which is the fastest means of transport and the most expensive means of transport due to the high cost of fuels. Airways can go through difficult terrains like mountains, etc. Mountain, desert, dense forest, and long ocean. Airplanes can cross all this very easily. There are two types of air services: domestic services and international services. Domestic services are the services that operate within a country, while international services are those services that operate within different countries. The Airport Authority of India manages a total of 125 airports, which includes 81 domestic airports and 11 international airports. The Indira Gandhi International Airport in India is the busiest airport, while the Singapore Changi International Airport is the world's best airport. Then we have waterways. Waterways is the means of transport that use water as its mean to go from one place to another, and waterways is mostly used for moving heavy and bulky goods over long distances. Waterways is divided into inland waterways and sea routes. Inland waterways are those waterways which is used to move products from one place to another using the rivers of the country itself. Navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are Ganga Brahmaputra river system. There are three inland waterways having the status of national waterways. That is National Waterway 1 connecting Allahabad to Haldia stretch 1620 km. National Waterway 2 Sadia Dhubri stretch 891 km. National Waterway 3 Kottapuram Kollam stretch 168 km. What are sea routes? Sea routes are those routes that connect one country to another through waterways, and these routes are connected with the port. Some of the important sea routes are: North Atlantic is the busiest sea route. The second busiest sea route is the Mediterranean Indian Ocean route. The last topic, communication. Communication is the exchange of thought of ideas between people. And the first means of communication was the invention of telecommunication. What is mass media? Giving your ideas to masses of people is called mass media, and that can be done through television, radio, newspaper, magazine, etc. The modern system of communication has converted the village into a global village. Global village means that even if a thing is happening in UK, we know it in India. That means global village.